In this video I'm going to talk about expressions. Hopefully you all know what expressions are from Python. Essentially just something that can be worked out to yield a value. So there's many sort of expressions which will be completely familiar to you, which work just as well in C as they do in Python. If I have a variable x as an integer, which I always initialize to some value, usually 0, then I can write x equals 3 times 5 plus 2 and all the standard operators that you're used to. I can put brackets, all of that stuff's exactly the same. There are, however, a few differences. One of the things I can do in Python, which I can't do in C, is raise something to some power. Sorry, we don't have any way of doing that. We just have to multiply the numbers together enough times. There are some functions to help with it. Another important difference is the divide operator. In C, 3 divided by 4 is 0. It behaves like the // operator in Python if both the operands are integers. If either of them is a float, you get the floating point division instead. If I'm using logical expressions, in Python I might write if x is greater than 10 or y is less than 20 and c is not equal to 0 or some such expression, and I'll put some brackets around it to make it more interesting. That is okay in Python, but in C, first of all in C, we'll get there in the next video, I have to actually put it in brackets anyway. But the other thing that's different is that the OR operator becomes 2 vertical bars and the AND operator becomes 2 ampersands. Blech, but that's what it is. Not a single one. A single one has a different meaning. It's a bitwise AND or a bitwise OR. That's not what we want, and we'll come to the bitwise ones around about the last lecture, in fact. For now, if ever you want AND, you use those. If ever you want OR, you use those. Also, if you want a NOT operator, if not x greater than 10, for example, in Python I could go do not x greater than 10. In C, I have to use an exclamation mark, just as we do in the not equals. So not x greater than 10 or y less than 20 and c not equals 0. Another difference in the operators that are available in Python and C versus Python is some tricky little ones called auto-increment and auto-decrement. These are kind of old-fashioned. I can write the assignment statement x equals, well, let me actually have another variable to make life more interesting, int y equals 20. I can say x equals y plus plus. After that, x has the value 20 and y has the value 21 because plus plus incremented it after using it. Or I can increment it beforehand. That one creates a value of x equals 21 and leaves y at 21. I'm not going to spend any more time on those. They're covered extensively in the laboratory and you'll learn about them there. I also have some style rules which essentially say use them with great caution. There is one other operator in C expressions which I'll deal with in more detail later, but it's a bit of a surprise. It's the operator equal, a single equal. So this here, for example, which you think of as an assignment statement, is actually subtly different in C. This is actually not an assignment statement at all. It's an expression which computes the value of x after copying y into it. So this is actually an assignment expression. And we'll deal more with them when we do if statements, and this statement makes a little bit more sense. Just a heads up on an exciting thing coming soon to a video near you. That's all for now. Bye.